Davison. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Wisconsin Badgers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Wisconsin head coach before the game. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation. They've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Nittany Lions offense will have first crack at this one. And now we get our first look at Brett Eskildsen. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense... Because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand.
It's a fumble on the play. And he gets back on top of it and averts disaster.
Ooh, definitely. Dodged a bullet there. Listen, the quarterbacks don't run with the football all the time in practice, and they're not used to all that contact sometimes. Have a tendency to cough it up a little bit. A bad play because he coughed it up? Could have been worse, though. Good thing he landed on it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. And the Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Trying to get started. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Badgers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense set on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Gonna run it. It's Davison. Taken down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. From the gun, it's Jones. Gets away from one, finds room. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one, and so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Going to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Hits the hole, it's Davison. And he is swarmed under a... The defender's there to make the stop. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Hits inside, it's Chroma. He's got the 1st down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Right side, it's Coleman. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Out wide left, it's Coleman. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
Grab near the marker is Croma.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So first down here as they go back to work. On the run, it's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll ride him again. He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Turns it upfield. He's loose. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defenses sitting back on 3rd and long, playing soft coverage. Get the ball to your playmaker. Let him do the rest. Nice job seeing it. Nice job executing by this offense.
Stepping to the right. Big fella moving. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it inches away from the touchdown.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Badger! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. This is a designed run. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in at the 40. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Breaks into the open. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Davison. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Churns into the pile. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Badgers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Nittany Lions sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game. Heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. This time it's complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on 3rd down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the 1st.
They'll go to the counter. All over him immediately. Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Field goal is good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick give. It's Croma. Past the 45. Gets it inside the 40. Brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Running the red zone. It's Croma. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Complete left side, Coleman. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Complete on 3rd down. Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. On the return, it's Wallace. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with UTSA taking on the number 14 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Roadrunners with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
The Badgers head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he wants an even greater sense of urgency from his team. It's the Big Ten Conference season opener, and even though they had a good first half, more urgency, more execution here to start the third quarter is the team's focus coming out of the locker room.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
You just sense the frustration start. Not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Coleman. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Croma. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Turning it on! They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the Badgers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Throwing Joseph. Shoots it to the left. Coleman's got it. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Badgers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw on first. Finds his tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Here comes the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Deep in the end zone, it's Mason. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Upstairs, he's got it. Lots of running room. Ripped off the huge chunk play all the way to the 31-yard line.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Motion from the wide receiver. Snap on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Howard. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The run inside. It's Overton. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Powers inside. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Takes the handoff, it's Davison. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Making the adjustment. Joseph. Look out. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Joseph throws to the wideout. Can't make the catch on third down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Straight ahead, it's Jones. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Fresh center downs going to the air. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They're all over it. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Throwing Joseph. Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Bringing it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Rashada Downs going up top. Still looking. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Can't get him to the ground. And another broken tackle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Snapped on fourth down. Got room at the 35. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Makes the grab at the 10. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Badgers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for space. It's Davison. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Offense picking up steam, 1st and 10 from the 31. To the ground, he's got it again. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now if they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more, so they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Badgers with the 1st and 10. Give to the single back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
To the back. They were all over it.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. The give. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
They didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end.